With mini camp ending today, the Minnesota Vikings 2022 offseason has officially come to a close. They were supposed to have on-field stuff scheduled for today as well, on-field workouts, on-field drills, that type of stuff. But with the participation that they've had, I put a tweet out about it yesterday. Kevin O'Connell said with participation all the way through the offseason activities and all that type of stuff, he's going to give him today off. I think he said he's having a little team barbecue, which you've seen so far this offseason. Team bonding has been a huge thing for these guys.
Yes.
So super exciting to see that go on. And obviously at this point, we get a big 6-week stretch where content is going to be hard to come by because obviously let's just hope there's no negative news that comes out of it. That's really the biggest thing, which with this team,
Right.
I don't foresee it happening.
Yeah.
Then 6 weeks, get into July, jump into training camp. From then it's straight on into the regular season. So it's going to suck not getting a lot of football updates, a lot of football news, but that we're getting closer and closer to the first season under the new leadership, and I'm ready for it. I'm pumped. Let's see where it goes. But should we jump into some mini camp news here? Stuff that happened over the last few days, even weeks. We can go off season stuff as well. But mini camp is obviously fresh.
Yeah, I would just say I'm also super excited. I mean, it's getting around the corner here. We're gonna have a long, what'd you say, 6 weeks, something like that? Yeah, it's gonna be long. It's gonna be long, but we're gonna get through it, and it's gonna be exciting. We're gonna end up having one of the most exciting seasons that the most exciting season I've been excited for, at least, coming up. So I'm pumped for that. Before we move on to too much, I want to thank everybody for watching the GG Sport podcast of Minnesota Vikings. Hit that subscribe button. We're on a road to 1,000 subscribers, so help us out. The more you help us out, the better content we make, the more content we make, all that good stuff. So hit that subscribe button again and the bell, get notifications for more of our videos. Right away, I want to mention Adam Thielen for this mini camp, not just this mini camp, but even the end of OTAs. A lot of people view him. I understand the injury thing, but a lot of people view him. He's the wide receiver too. He's getting older. Is he going to slow down? I don't think so. I think he doesn't want to be wide receiver 2. I think he's going to be wide receiver 1B. And I think in OTAs, and obviously, yes, they're healthy, but OTAs and minicamp is showing it through of any player so far going into OTAs and minicamp. I feel like he's the one that's kind of stand out as far as like what we're hearing from other writers and highlights and stuff like that. I know he made an incredible one-handed catch last week in OTAs, which I never was able to see the video. I saw the reaction from it, and then I saw a picture. So I don't know if there was a really good, but they were like mind blown. Everybody comes up and like, if you're gonna react to your teammate from a catch like that in practice, it must have been pretty insane. So that's super exciting to see. And then just in minicamp, there was a video for this one where he had that little one-handed catch. I think it was either yesterday or Monday, but today is Wednesday, by the way. So that's super impressive. I'm super pumped for him. And if he steps up and he stays healthy and he looks like he doesn't plan on slowing down anytime soon. So I'm pumped up for that. And man, if he plays like an all-pro level, like we know he can, just watch out.
Man. Yeah. And I mean, and going back to the day off thing, it's well deserved because I know we were kind of discussing this beforehand, but Kirk Cousins, let's talk about some things that he said over the last couple of weeks. He said this is a very complicated offense. He said he's using flashcards. I think Adam Thielen talked about using Quizlet or something like that as well to like test yourself on routes and route combinations and blocking schemes and all that type of stuff to get used to this offense. So, it's a complicated offense. And the fact that Kevin O'Connell's given an extra day means that they must have picked it up pretty well. Obviously, you mentioned that earlier before we started recording that Kirk had said something that it's difficult to go against an Ed Donatel defense. Like he's really got to study it. So that's a good sign. I mean, obviously your own quarterback is going to say that about the defense, of course, to try to hype the defense up. But I mean, Kirk's a straight shooter. So I think there's a lot of truth to it. I mean, obviously Ed Donatel comes from the Vic Fangio scheme. We all know Vic Fangio runs amazing, complex defenses. So man, it's I mean, iron sharpens iron, as they say. So this, having your offense against a good defense, like it's only going to make everybody better. And that's the best thing about what we see now. Obviously, once you get into training camp, it gets a little old going against your same guys, which is where preseason comes into play as well. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting to hear that it's a complicated offense. And I think Kevin O'Connell said eventually he wants it to be a system where like it's easy for your guys to get it, but complicated for the defense to figure out. It's simple,
right.
but it's difficult at the same time for the other team.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
ready.
man.
I'm ready to see what this is going to look like when
Yeah.
we get into
No, it's exciting hearing
actual
that from
drills.
about the defense because we know that needs to step up this year compared to last year. And then with the offense, we're going to do all types of crazy things we didn't really see with Mike Zimmer. And I'm super excited for that. Outside of that, though, so that's a big one. The other one is Lewisine is seeing first team reps now in mini camp. Obviously we have Cameron Bynum, which, as most fans really like. And actually, I just bought a Cameron Bynum autograph rookie card. Just to bring that. I should no. Yeah, I think I have it upstairs. Maybe next video I'll show it off. But so I'm super excited for that. He's going to be a stud. But I think one of the most underrated things for me going into this season, and probably for a lot of people, is what are they going to do with the 3 safety thing? Because I do think Bynum is going to be a really good player, and Scene's going to be a really good player. And I'm excited to it's probably one of the things in training camp I'm looking forward to the most, is just to see how are they going to get all 3 of them on the field at the
Right.
same time, because
Yeah.
they keep saying they're going to do that. You're as a coach, your goal is to be able to put the best players on the field as much as possible or whatever. So
Mm-hmm. And
I'm excited about that.
Speaking of rookies, so a lot of people are signing so far, but so far I believe Andrew Booth, Ed Ingram, and Caleb Evans aren't signed yet. Booth probably has something to do with his injury, I'm sure.
Same with
But I know, talking
Evans.
about Ingram, there's something, because I was listening to another podcast. And they were talking about how, like, the pick ahead of him had some guaranteed signing bonus, and the pick below him had no guaranteed money this year. So I think it's something with that language in those contracts. Obviously, we're not agents. Contracts are very wordy and very hard to figure out.
Right.
But hopefully that gets done soon, because right now they're all just playing on those the player insurance policies that they get. But so that's another little tidbit of things that I had heard, is that there's some contracts that aren't quite signed yet. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully those get into play soon. Everybody's ready to go by training camp, so we can have full on competition. Everybody playing their hardest, and it's exciting, man. It's an exciting time.
Right. Speaking of Ingram and just the guard position in general, it sounds like so far, obviously it's minicamp, there's no pads, no hitting, whatever. But it sounds like JC Davis is so far in head against Reed, at least for that right guard spot so far. So obviously a lot of things can change in training camp when the pads come on, but that's worth looking at. I guess Greg Joseph has been doing really well with all this new pressure of him that job not being his for sure. And then in a negative standpoint, negative thing is, I guess Kellen Mond had a rough ending to practice yesterday and threw a kind of a bad interception. I didn't see it. It's just off-season stuff. So hopefully we'll see, going in training camp, we see him kind of step up and improve, and see how he plays in preseason and all stuff. I'm super excited. That's like, preseason is always exciting, because especially when you're a big Vikings fan and you have, like all the young talent that you really like, and you just want to see how they look in preseason to kind of get a glimpse of what they can be,
Yeah. And of course it's, I like preseason too, but it's nice that it's shorter now for preseason.
Yeah. I mean, I still like the regular season better, but
yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, any other tidbits of information we got here? I think we basically covered everything that we had wanted to talk about. There's a lot, obviously once mini camps are just a way, obviously everybody gets together and works on the offense and defense and works on their craft a little bit. But obviously training camp is when things are really, really going to start to pick up. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, today's Thursday, by the way. I said it was Wednesday earlier, just to say that out there.
Yeah.
Caught myself on that.
Yeah, it is Thursday. But yeah, so as we said, running right into the regular season here. We're not, obviously not pretty quick, but after these next 6 weeks are up, we're gonna be we're gonna be hitting it hard. There's gonna be a lot to talk about, a lot of news, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's a brand new thing. We don't know how training camp's gonna go with the new regime, so there's a lot to look forward to, a lot that we're going to be able to talk about, and I'm ready. I don't want summer to. I never wish summer to go away, but I'm ready for some news. I want everything to go well. Super Bowl first season with the new guys.
Let's go.
Let's get it done.
Let's go. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Before we sign off, we wanted to let everybody know we are happy to say that we have partnered with the Purple Pain Forum, a Vikings message board community where the Viking talks never end. So if you're looking for a more in-depth Vikings discussion, head over to purplepainforums.com. We'll leave the link in the description for some friendly debates and unique content. It's a great forum. They have amazing content over there. They're working hard, and And yeah, go check it out. One thing I did want to say is, since we're in this period of 6 weeks, and it is going to be, not a ton of content. So I think we're going to up having guests on and things like that. And so keep an eye out for that. We have awesome people coming on, including someone from Purple Podcast that will be dropping Monday, the Purple Pocket Podcast, which will be dropping Monday. And then, yeah.
So yeah, keep an eye out for that. We're excited, ready to go. If you want to check out some of our other videos that we already have posted, you can click the links right up here. Check those out. Most importantly, as Jamie said, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as fast as possible. Click the link down here. Subscribe to the channel, most importantly. And we will see you guys in the next episode of the GG Sports Podcast.
Skol Vikes.